YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with a banger today, guys. And today I have with me the last target that you'll ever need, and that of course is an infinity target. This channel's ammunition is brought to you by American Marksman. Their mission is to deliver top-tier ammunition and reloading components, catering to avid civilian firearm enthusiasts like myself and sportsmen across the nation. So yeah, we're in the house now with it, and I've been using the infinity target for about a month now. And this is actually part of their Gen 2 that is now available to the public. When it was sent out to me, it was a sample at the time, but the Gen 2 is lighter, thinner, and more resistant than the previous Gen 1 model. And it could take up to 110 rounds of 5.56. Since me having it for a month now, I've put 9mm through it. I've put 45 ACP. I've put 7.62 by 39. I put 308, 5.56. And I also have put in, I want to say, oh yeah, birdshot and number 4 buckshot. Now, with that being said, there are certain ammo that you want to stay away from when using the infinity target, one being flat tipped ammo as well as hollow points. And when shooting birdshot or even buckshot, you want to be at least 12 feet away to give enough spread on the actual impact of the mat. And as stated, man, it's one of the last targets out there that you really need, at least for quite some time. You literally put this thing up as any other target out there, shoot it. When shooting it, it reacts. It gives off, of course, that black marker of where the actual bullet hit, and you get a little bit of spray paint, spray right over it, and you're good to go. It was really dope seeing me shoot birdshot through this thing because one hit of birdshot will just throw this whole entire thing almost black. But you can actually see the pattern of the birdshot way better than you can typically see on paper, and at the same time, you don't have to keep using paper after paper after paper. This target will last you one full day at the range. You don't have to constantly change out paper, but you do have to then go and spray a little bit of spray paint. But even then, this one piece of infinity target will last you enough to the point where you'll start saving on paper that you're buying at every time you go to the range. As far as weight goes, it's not really heavy, I'll say. But one thing that you may run into, and that I ran into from time to time, depending on the heat as well, when at the range and clamping them onto the stands at my range, it would sometimes flop over or flop back. But that's just a lot of the actual clamp placement. And at the same time, the stands that I'm using probably are not used to having such weight on them. But with that being said, when you buy the infinite target, it's going to come with 2 sets of clamps to use, as well as instructions, which are pretty, basic for the most part. And they recommend a primer paint for your spray paint to go over. And I did what they did not recommend me doing so that I could show you guys what to expect. Now, hollow points are definitely not recommended because the way they impact, they're going to cause a, issue with the gun. And I shot hollow point through it, and I shot flat tipped ammo through it. And you guys can see some of the damage done here, what happens when you shoot, flat tipped as well as hollow point. It won't heal the same as everything else on here. All these are little pellets of birdshot and all the above. I shot hollow point 9mm, and I shot a flat tipped 45-70 that I actually reloaded myself. Sorry, I just throw that out there. But you could see that the healing and the bullet size, of course, did not do well as everything else on this bad boy. Now, one of the things that I was curious about from seeing videos before I even got this was what was going on with all this flaking down here. Like this flaking all throughout here, right? The flaking is simple. The flaking is just paint. So for instance, when you first get it in from ID, they're going to have it already with their own code on there, of course. You're going to shoot it, and then you're going to spray paint over it. Then you're going to shoot it again, and you're going to spray paint over it. Then you're going to shoot it again, and you're going to spray paint over it. So over time, there will be flakings and little pieces that are just going to fall off. But that's just layers and layers of paint that are being constantly added on. So just keep that in mind, that you will see that more and more happening as you are putting more and more rounds through it. Now, you can see the front, and then here's the back. And that's some of the damage of course, the hollow point that I put through there, and the 45-70. You can see it a little bit more. But you can also see the birdshot and its damages, and 5.56, the 2.23, the 9mm, all that is way more apparent on the back end than it is on the front end. And even though I've done the damage to that with those not recommended, bullets, I still can use this as much as needed. Like, it still gets the job done. I wanted it to see like what it would actually do so that you guys and girls can see for yourself what you can expect if you don't follow directions. You feel me? I'll take the hit so you don't have to take the hit. But with that being said, it was also stated that with, of course, the flat tip ammo, it doesn't necessarily ruin the target, but it will just decrease the overall life of the target itself. But with 110 rounds of 5.56 given to a specific square inch, you're rarely going to have that happen unless you are just aiming specifically center mass, and that's all you just want to shoot at the end of the day. But if you want to shoot a shoulder blade, shoot ahead, you got some time to go until you start seeing some major issues. And that's just what they guarantee. That's not what it said to life up. If you got 110 rounds of 5.56 or less and you're running into an issue, they will make sure they'll find a way to do right by them and, get you a refund or get you a replacement, because that's another thing that they say, no hassles on the refunds and issues whatsoever. But overall, I've been loving my Infinity target. I'm looking forward to see what more other products they put out there, whether it's maybe some smaller ones. I would definitely like to see some smaller ones. I've seen some that are more of a rectangular shape. This is more of that human size target, the USPA type size target. But I'm looking forward to seeing what they do for even smaller targets out there, because I definitely would like to have that for more of a precision type of ordeal. But I would definitely recommend them as a good target to go by, and a target that you don't have to constantly take down and put back up. Only thing you got to do is just go out there, spray it a little bit, put a little coat over it, and you're ready to go right back on the field. Now, guys, I will make sure to leave a link down below in the description where you guys can check them out. By doing that, I would like for you guys to check out my website, which I will link down below to the blog post on my Infinity target. And there you guys can click the link and actually buy one yourself. They actually have a sale going on right now on these specific Gen 2 targets. So if you've been looking forward to getting one, I highly suggest you grab one now because they are on sale. And by buying it through my link, you are also supporting my channel. So I would greatly appreciate that, just because, hey man, it just proves that the channel itself is working. So click the link. I'll leave a link to click this link to cop now or whatever, right? Down below in the description. And it'll take you to my website, to my blog post. Click that link and go and cop you a Gen 2 target. We got to respect YouTube's, links and their rules and all that. So, we're just going to do things the right way. But if you want to support the channel and you've been looking to grab one, I highly recommend it. I definitely want to get another one down the road just to have two, so different targets when I want to do that multitask type of shooting. But if you've been looking for something that can just hang up and go to work for quite some time and not having to constantly switch out paper, this is the way to go. Shoot it, spray it. Shoot it, spray it. That's it. Salutes to Infinity Target also for, letting me be one of the prototypes, the beta testers of the Gen 2. And enjoy. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section on this. And let me know if you like this type of content, because we'll keep doing more. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm out. Peace.